as I say that, there's a pick, so you know, I'll insert foot in my mouth. But
that was a good read.
Good job that time by the defense.
I don't know if he thought that
being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
First down coming up.
Running back running the wheel route.
The quarterback will hand it off.
A True Statement and I had a conversation after our game, and you know, he says that he throws, like I said, a majority of the time, but he's run the dive as many times as he's thrown in this game so far, and it could be just he's running the dive right now because he's got a lead, and he's just going to try to take this clock down a little bit. And right here, this is
second time.
Just taking what his opponent gives him, and this is True Statement's base pass play, and that's what'll tell you if you're paying attention that it's Green Bay, because there's pass plays in the Green Bay flex wing that are not in the Miami flex wing.
Gotcha.
This is not what you would call airtight coverage at the snap of this ball.
Honestly, at this point, you're so early in the game that they're kind of just audibling around, seeing what his opponent, if his opponent will overreact or give a tell based off of audibling. But right now he's playing conservative with this lead. He's got a chance to go up 2 scores, and he doesn't want to score too early, because if Brusk gets the last possession of the first half and the first possession of the second half, he can score back-to-back, and this is a new ball game.
Another first down. You can tell by looking down on the field, the defense, hands on their knees. They are getting tired.
For those of you who can hear the yelling in the background, that is Little Man.
Been yelling all day.
It's unmistakable.
They motion the receiver around to the other side. 1st and 10. They give it to the running back.
Nice. He's just
takes it the distance.
He's very patient.
Well, you got to
set up his block very well on that one.
Touchdown. Now we're going to find
If there's one thing we know about Brusk, it's that he can score points in bunches. You know, if you turn this stream off for 3 minutes and tune back in, this could be a 14-14 game. So this game's far from over at this point. And that's a reason why right there. He's got a great offense, and then anytime you got Navarro Bowman doing things like that, I mean, chances are ball's going to come loose.
I'm surprised that ball didn't come loose right there. We'll see a fumble sooner or later.
You can almost count on it when it's Niners. There will be at least one fumble. So Brusk is in the bunch tight end flip there. And what he did right there is very smart. You don't want to take that abuse from Patrick Willis.
Just go ahead and dive. Now he had the running back on the wheel route on the right side as well. But he just took it over. Took the open man over the middle.
The running back goes in motion. 2nd down and 5.
And if that play looks familiar to you, it's because you just saw that play in the last game we watched, takeaway, running the Y trail.
I think even you would have had the courage to stand here and throw that football down.
The quarterback has his team's attention here. Let's see what they do on 1st down following that huge play. The wide receiver shifting around in motion. Going across the middle, and they bring it down.
So Brusk is just taking what True Statement's giving him at this point, just taking the drags over the middle and getting down before he takes, a big hit. He doesn't want to fumble right here. That would be almost ball game if True Statement were to force a fumble here and recover it.
Now, how crucial is it to take as much time as you can off this clock right now?
For Brusk, it's important. I wouldn't say that it's going to make a difference in the game if he scores right now versus scoring with, say, a minute and 30 seconds left. But if he scores, like, say, in the next play, he can afford to play an aggressive style of defense because he wants to force a turnover and give himself another chance with the ball before half, or if worst case scenario his opponent scores, he wants to leave himself enough time to answer that score. See, you see he's playing aggressive here. He's sending people at the quarterback, and what True Statement is doing is he's trying to basically amp it up and get Brusk to basically either turn the ball over or score right now, because he ultimately wants to take all the time off the clock and score before half to have a 2-possession lead.
This is where games are won and lost. Once an offense gets down the red zone, even though they're down more than 7, can you find a way to punch it in there for the touchdown and not settle for a field goal?
This is a big down right here. It's a crucial third down. They need a first. They need a score.
Coming up on this drive.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of. Look at the hand signals he's given to the receiver outside.
And the run commit is going to basically take away those drags, and what a play by True Statement. That was an excellent adjustment by True Statement. He knew that Brusk wanted to basically make him play those drags, but he didn't want to have to use the drags because he knew there was going to be something in the seam. So what he did is he ran commit, and those linebackers jumped down, got in the way of those drags, and he could play back and make that play on his own.
They need to get the play off. Throwing now to his left. Shakes off the hit. Shoved out of bounds.
That's a nice route.
He's just playing conservative. There's no reason to get ballsy at this point. He's got a 14-point lead. He can make it a 3-possession lead going into half. Really no reason to do anything drastic right here. Take time off the clock and keep at least a 2-possession lead.
He'll try to navigate through the middle of the line.
Good job of the defensive line, standing in there and fighting. And
Yeah, if he can string this out and get a score before the half, man.
The quarterback's hollering out instructions. Third down on the way. Taking him right up the middle. Gains 17.
True Statement showing a lot more on the ground than most people remember from him. If you played him this year at all, it's pretty much PA Dick over and over and over and over and over, with slight adjustments to individual receivers' routes, But he's basically keeping a 50-50 run ratio, if not leaning towards a running game right now.
He's been running a lot. I mean, even if you count, especially if you count like just the little flare outs, the swing routes by the halfback behind the line of scrimmage.
Going to lose yards here.
Brusk was having none of that read option. He wasn't going to see that a second
Tired
time.
of that, yeah.
That leads us to second down. There's the quarterback barking out new signals.
I'm waiting for Moss to run a seam right here. He looks like he has inside position from the motion, but he used that Moss motion as a decoy on the previous read option, possibly to allow Moss to be closer to the outside linebacker, maybe get a seal block. But there he didn't see what he wanted, and I think that's a pick.
Yeah.
And that's crucial. Now Brusk has a chance to get the last score before half and the ball after half.
Wow.
That was the worst thing that True Statement could have done there.
Wow. I'm really surprised at that. We just talked about how patient he's been, how he's been running the ball, and for him to just throw it up like that was a little bit uncharacteristic. I don't think he wasn't being rushed or anything. It just looked like he just threw it up.
Gore's yards per touch in this game has been probably around 7. I mean, what is it? He's got 5 catches for 35 yards, and then he's rushing, at 6-7 yards a clip. So I don't know why he wouldn't just keep giving the ball to Gore there. But we have a completely different ball game now. Brusk really needs a score here. He can't afford to go shut out in the first half of this game.
That's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, gets the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
Offense lines up here. Looks like they're in press coverage here. Looking across the middle. Falls out.
And there we go, like you were saying.
Nice tackle.
You're going to see those.
Exactly.
It's the Niners.
Especially over the middle like that.
The hard hitting. That's what got them the takeaway.
So now here's a chance to make up for
previous mistake.
Yeah,
Don't be surprised if you see Frank Gore touch the ball every time for the rest of this half.
and even if it's just to kick a field goal.
The quarterback motions the wide receiver. First down and 10. To the ground here. And there's only 2 yards to be found right there.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still.
Honestly, as long as True Statement has this 2-possession lead, no other player on the Niners should touch the ball besides Gore and maybe Kaepernick off of the read option. This offense needs to be centered around Frank Gore. And see, I just don't agree with that right now. If you throw a pick there,
you're kicking yourself.
Right.
If you throw a pick there, you're really going to be very upset with yourself.
Because 3 may not sound as appealing as 7, but if you get 3 here, you're up 17-0. 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions are not going to tie the game.
After that incompletion, looks around.
Yeah, throw it away.
Looking for a receiver on the left side here.
I'm just real surprised at this. I mean, he was controlling the ball, running it, flares to the outside, and now all of a sudden he's going into a sort of pass-happy.
Well, Jim, I know if you were coach, you'd probably
And that is his personality. He likes to pass the ball out of the double flex.
Okay, so what he was doing before was more out of his personality.
Right. And I think that maybe caught Brusk off guard. Because Brusk was probably expecting, he's a very good Madden player. He knows what his opponents are going to be doing, or what they're going to bring to the table before he plays them, whether he gets a scout from somebody or not. But running the ball was something I certainly didn't expect out of True Statement.
That's a big play.
It is, because now Brusk can make this a 2-possession game right before half.
Possession game,
First down here after the completion. The corners retreating. The quarterback has his team's attention here.
He's running out of time. That might be pick.
I thought he had Davis over the middle, right there.
I honestly thought he was just going to run a dive, pick up a couple yards, make this a closer field goal. But Brusk hit a 62-yarder for the win earlier.
Yeah, we're not worried about him kicking field goals. That 62-yarder that he kicked earlier against low man is probably as clutch as he get.
Right, he needed all 100%, and he got it.
Nailed it.
He thinks twice about returning this one and signals fair catch.
And I'm probably in the minority on this, but I absolutely hate that tactic. Why would you pooch kick that to the 31-yard line? As easy as offense is in this game, why do you want to give your opponent even more field position?
Yeah, because I think guys are smart enough now to know they're not going to run with it. They're just going to fair catch it and get it at the 30. But I think you could probably.
I think little man's upset.
I hear him back there. I don't know what he's saying, but
it's a first down. They are marching. Let's see how the defense reacts.
Yeah, I don't know what he's yelling at back there, but we'll get somebody to check up on that.
He's been upset with the fact that he hasn't been getting fumbles all day. He's been fumbling, but he hasn't been earning fumbles.
He has. I give it to him. He has been sacking a lot of people today, and I think that's what he's upset at. He's upset that he's sacking quarterbacks, and he's not getting fumbles.
Right. It's not quite the response you expect when you earn a sack. Most people are kind of excited. He's pissed off that he's not forcing a fumble when he gets a sack. So he's actually mad at the fact that he got a sack just because it didn't result in a turnover.
Nice lay down right there. Jenkins came across the middle and he was going to get lit up, but he just looked like he got shot. Just died right there.
Look at the hand signals he's giving to the receiver outside. The formation here, shotgun.
Beautiful read.
Nice.
And like I said, if you blink, Brusk will put points on the board.
You're right. Wow. Just like that, it's a one-score game.
Now the question is not, is Brusk going to score enough points to make this a game? It's, can he get the crucial stop that he needs
so that he can score enough again
to tie this game? Yes.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Why don't you kick it long like that? A lot of people will just, some people take it out, but some people just, you know, nail it down in the end zone and get it at the 20. That's 10 yards that you save by not kicking that pooch kick.
And that is my point. I mean, let's take this for instance. Maybe he's going to earn more than 10 yards on this play. But okay, his first play he took it out to the 24. If he had fair caught that at the 31, he's now at the 35.
Yeah.
Kicking it deep and forcing a kneel down can add 2, maybe even 3 plays to the drive. That's 2 more plays that you have Patrick Willis on the field. He's the best defensive player in football right now, and well, in terms of Madden.
Right.
And you want him on your field forcing fumbles and roaming to the ball.
I think also you're a little bit more comfortable on offense the further you are away from your end zone.
The wide receiver in motion. 2nd and 6. Right back to him one more time.
So now it's back to running the ball.
Right, and it's worked.
It's worked, yeah.
Now 7 points isn't as comfortable as 17, but it's important for True Statement to stick to what has worked. Now, honestly, he needs to force Brusk to send 6 and user the run. That'll open up his passing lanes, because his pass lanes have not been open when he's tried to be a pass-first offense. So right here we've seen this. Chances are he's going to playmaker this to the left and run the stretch. Looks like he's playmakered it twice.
He gets it again on this drive. And picks up about 3.
So just exactly what I said. True Statement's taken 4 plays since he's caught this fair catch, or kneeled down the kick.
Right.
And he's had, look at this hit right here, nearly a fumble from Goldson. Now that Goldson's a 96 hit power, it's nearly impossible to avoid both him and Patrick Willis on a run play. Kick the ball deep and take your chances at earning a fumble even if you don't feel comfortable with your coverage.
Right. I mean, that's 15 yards. If he pushed it, got to be on the 46.
Which with David Akers is basically 1 play away from field goal range.
Good read. Good read. I like nothing was really open. You got Kaepernick. Use him. I think a lot of people don't actually do that a lot. Is use, you know, make them pay for not spying or not paying attention to the run. I think sometimes when you get in those situations, you're just looking for the pass all the time.
Quarterback's calling something out. 1st and 10. Running for his life. That pass looks like a little miscommunication. There's the quarterback barking out new signals. 2nd and 10. Eyeing that left side.
Again, a risky throw.
That's what you have to do as a defensive back.
I think he's just best suited to centering the rest of this game around Frank Gore and making Brusk respect it. I noticed a couple plays ago when he ran the ball, he, again,
Nice run that time.
a couple plays ago when he ran the ball, Brusk had 1 man rushing.
There's no doubt about it. Nice job on the offensive line.
True Statement's got the lead, and he can start to work this clock down to the end of the game. Brusk is going to have to send more guys if he wants to get this ball back, especially if he wants to get the ball back without True Statement scoring.
So you're going to let the time go. 4th quarter, 1-score game.
15 minutes to go.
Little man wants a fumble.
Little man is still crying for that fumble. I don't think he's going to get it. He hasn't gotten it all, you know, all day. He's not going to get it now.
The quarterback has his team's attention here.
So we have a big 4th and 6 for True Statement here. Brusk needs this to be able to have a chance to tie this game.
Good job here by the quarterback. Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play.
And Brusk gets the stop.
Big stop. I'm a little surprised, but then again, I'm not surprised because I think, like what you said, he feels like Brusk can put up points. So go for it. You know, if Brusk scores, he'll still hopefully have some time to come down and kick a field goal to win if possible. So although it might have been, you know, I don't think it was that big of a risky call.
Slim Reaper 256 makes a good point. Maybe if that's LaMichael James instead of Frank Gore, that ball's completed because he has another step on the defensive back.
Right. There's some shifting around in the backfield. From the gun, trying to work the middle of the field.
Good cut.
And we have a tie ball game, folks.
Yep.
Touchdown, and they get one back. Good job by the offense. They get in there. They tie this game up. Now we'll see if the defense can take
So
advantage
now
of that
it's a whole new ball game with 3:31 left in the fourth.
49ers setting up for the kickoff.
I like where Brusk is right now.
Brusk has got all the momentum.
Yeah.
True Statement's got the ball.
That'll be a touchback, and the ball
We'll see what happens.
Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. The throw to the left. Gets made by Mario Manningham.
Quarterbacks love play action passes. Because the defense, sometimes they're expecting
I think he could really catch him off guard if he runs the ball.
1st and 10. Middle. And
He's getting a bit predictable with his play calls, I think. He called the read option on 3rd and 10 last possession.
But it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to. And also,
And there's Brusk just making that same adjustment that he made early in the game by putting that defensive back in man coverage on the running back. Completely shuts down that flanker screen.
And you hope the pass rush can get there. They don't that time.
That's picked.
And that was the same play.
That was identical to the pick that he threw in the first half.
Again, very surprised that he threw that.
And it leads to another incomplete pass.
the
4th and 8.
Now, this is a good call by True Statement because if he's going to turn the ball over, he wants to do this in his own territory where Brusk's drive can be quick. Now, Brusk isn't going to really care at this point because he should be just aiming for 1 first down and a field goal for the win. And A.J. Jenkins gets behind Brusk's coverage.
I saw it right there because he was so worried about the drags that he just let that guy, go. And Jenkins had a step on him. I don't even know who that was, but wow, that was big.
A.J. Jenkins is the rookie receiver that the Niners took in the 2nd round of the draft last year. He was the leading receiver for the University of Illinois in 2011. He's somebody, well, with Bolden in the fold now for the Niners, I don't know what his role, if A.J. Jenkins has a potential to really, okay, I've been corrected. It's the 1st round. I'm sorry. I should know that. I'm an Illinois fan, but I didn't know where A.J. Jenkins was drafted. But he does have potential. He's just got to, take time.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this is going to be the ball game. If True Statement, who has run the ball well with just going straight dive with Frank Gore, goes back to that right here, he could very well milk this clock.
Yeah, I'd hope that's what he does right here, just to go ahead and milk
late
it.
in the game, and the offense is in no hurry.
Brusk is forced to get aggressive, and sometimes when your blitz, it's worse when your blitz misses a run because there's nobody there to clean up the mess for you.
He decides to pull a down and run. When you recognize it's man-to-man defense, nobody's
just
looking
like
at the
that.
quarterback. Do not be afraid of taking off. He did that time and gets the touchdown.
Oh, it might get worse.
Low end, he's out of bounds.
It's funny how that ball just dies right there.
What Brusk was trying to do, I think, was click onto the guy in front of the returner and put him in a better position. But when he made that kick, he actually clicked onto the guy that was supposed to catch the ball.
From the shotgun. Scans the field, going for the home run. What a catch. There's just so few quarterbacks.
Like I said, Brusk's not going to go down without a fight. He's got all his timeouts, and it's only a 2-possession game. Onside kicks are very effective in this game, so it's far from over, but Brusk has more to do.
Good see pattern.
Good job by the quarterback. Read that zone. Find the open guy.
Time enough to squeeze in one more play.
Thank you, Spider-Man. I appreciate that. For some reason, I thought he was a second-round pick.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Brusk makes it quick.
I think it's so, crazy that, we go all the first half. There's hardly any points scored.
Exactly what you predicted. It was what, a 7?
Yeah, it was
17 to 7 game at half, right?
17-7 game at half.
Lining up here for the onside kick.
And he could definitely get this. I mean, this is not. They kicked it just a tad too hard.
They got the GOAT receiver playing on the hands team.
But again, just because you're running the ball doesn't mean that you're not going to get hit sticks and give up a fumble.
Especially with Goldson and Patrick Willis on your field. And this is nothing more than, great juke by True Statement. That's nothing more than just it might as well be the same as a run. It's a very safe pass. You're throwing it behind a blocker. Great makeshift little swing screen by True Statement there.
Look at the defensive linemen talking. They're all now shifting to the left.
Not giving up another inch.
So from right here, this would be a 56-yard field goal.
Right. Now, have you seen a lot of fumbles by the quarterbacks on read options? Because I don't seem to see that in the game like I feel it should be.
I think that quarterback design runs are less prone to fumble, whereas you see a big time, there's way too many fumbles when you scramble with a quarterback. There's really no difference in a scrambling quarterback with 80 carry and a scrambling quarterback with like 45 carry. Like Tebow's going to fumble just as much scrambling as Vic will.
So do you run commit here?
He might, but like I said, the dive isn't necessarily stopped by a run commit. He can cut it inside or outside. If he overthrows that, that's what I thought. That was a gutsy call, but he can still settle for the 3.
By the wide receiver, wide open down the field. Just a terrible throw by the quarterback, missing the big completion.
Brusk only took 2 plays to score last time. He could do it again and get an onside kick, and this game's still not over.
I was about to say there's still time in this game, and again, this pooch kick is just
right, and it's the worst thing to do in this scenario. You want your opponent to have a sustained drive. Don't give them the ball at their own 30. Kick it deep.
Yeah, and I know we're talking about 10 yards, but like you said, that 10 extra yards could be another opportunity for Patrick Willis.
Well, earlier, that 10 yards took 3 plays and about a minute and 15 seconds off the clock.
Stands in the pocket, looks to his left. The defense did not give up an inch.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
127.
After the incomplete pass,
Down 10.
What's that?
He's got to score.
Okay.
He's got to score in the hood.
quarterback throws the pass.
When you play zone coverage, the quarterback might have to hold the football just a little longer, but these guys nowadays, you play zone, they know how to do it.
Now, are you surprised that he's not hurrying up at this point?
Sometimes after a lengthy game, it takes more time for your offensive line to run to the new line of scrimmage than it does if you just go to the play call menu and come out quickly in another play.
I want to thank everybody for hanging out in the chat with us on the live stream. Really appreciate the comments and questions. Oh. How'd he get that ball? That was crazy.
side.
Good job here by the quarterback. He doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving it to him.
Excellent read. Wide trail for the touchdown. That's Manningham's second of the game, I believe.
Just got a whole lot more
And
interest.
once again, the points just
That
keep piling
touchdown
up.
gets them back into the game.
For those who bet the over, I think you are going to cash in.
Yeah, this late in the game, your defense,
Exactly.
you got to use your timeouts right, and your defense.
All right, here we
cannot
go,
give
once
up a
again.
first down.
This is for the game right here.
Uh-oh,
And,
uh-oh.
oh,